They look for me, and I know where they're at, and they're fine. And I was young. I didn't know. And now I got my younger kids. They know. All my kids know who I am, and I'm their mom. Nothing has changed. It's just now I watch and I'm careful with everything I do and say. So you learn from your mistakes, and you watch people when they come and ask me, "Oh, Tia, I need help with these documentations. Can you help me do that?" Or if you know anything of it, and you trust me. If I know about immigration, anything, I do know about immigration because I have a cousin who works in Texas with immigration. So he'll be the first one I call, like, you know what, this, and this is happening. What do I tell them? And then I'm able to answer their questions because I don't deal with immigration here in California. They're crazy. I don't know. I have to ask questions. I got backup. I know people that are in the police, and I ask them questions because I don't want nobody to get in trouble. I try to do stuff the legal way. And I still talk to people from CPS that are my old friends, and I love them to death because they help me. And I know people here, like, I know people that work at the clinic that they're still they're not my family. I call them my tia or my mom. I have old people, the older generation from before this was here. The old clinic, I know still all of them. I still love them to death. I keep in contact with everybody.
Oh, that's great.
So everybody's helped me. The ones that help me are the ones that I can still talk to. Y les tengo confianza because I know that if something was wrong, I just call them, you know what, this and this is happening to me, I need your help. And then they tell me, this, and this, A through Z. Go back to what you learned from here and then go through that.
That's awesome. And so did that help when you were applying for the food stamps? Like, you weren't
they
scared to
helped a
apply
lot.
like behind your husband's back, or like were you able to apply without having to, because in theory they don't have to sign anything, right? Like,
they didn't have to sign crap because in reality at that time with him, I wasn't actually married to him. So he was just the father of the kids. But the like 10 years ago when I did get married to the guy that I was, he was butthead. He didn't want to sign no papers. But when I had to make him sign papers, he would sign them. And he didn't care. But he was still lazy, and I would have to go through hell and back to get him to sign papers. And it's hard. He didn't want to. And then he wouldn't give me his paychecks, his pay stubs. So it would delay all the food stamp process, the Medi-Cal coming through, the money coming through. And I was like, this is what you're doing to our kids. Our kids need to be fed. You're not doing nothing. Men don't understand that concept. So finally I asked the caseworker, this and this, what is my option? Then keep him off your case. He can't be around me. He needs to go.
Because he didn't want to give you his pay stubs?
He didn't want to give me pay stubs. He didn't want to show me proof or nothing. And then I find out he's committing adultery.
Oh, no.
So bye-bye. So now I'm single and happy.
And why do you think men don't want to give the pay stub? Is it just they don't want
No, they're lazy. They don't want to do shit. They're always huevones, man. Like I said, it's a machismo thing, especially in the Latino culture, man. It's a Latino culture and it's a black culture. Because I don't think I've seen that with white people. It's a black and a Latino culture because I have never witnessed white people go through this that I'm aware of. None of my white friends have ever had a boyfriend because I think the white girls are crazy. I think they might have to, I think they slap their men around.
So then lastly, in comparing food stamps with WIC, do you think that people in general are more willing to apply for WIC than food stamps, or is it about the same? Or
it's about the same.
It's about the same.
I loved my WIC.
Yeah, it was also helpful.
I miss it.
Yeah.
But I don't have no more babies. I can't have no more.
And do you think that men are maybe more likely to be okay with their partners getting WIC than food stamps, or do you think it's the same? They also don't want it, or
they're the same. It's the same thing. Men don't like to do shit like that. They're muy machismo. It's a machismo thing. But then you get those single men that are young, and if they're not gonna have the mother around, they're gonna ask for help.
That's interesting.
That's because like I said, my great niece's dad does that. He's had help. He's been a blessing to my niece, and he does that.
So so it sounds like maybe you think that men don't feel threatened or like more willing to seek source benefits if it's just for them and their children. But whenever there's a partner involved, there's this hesitation. Because they feel that's interesting. Because you would think that, you know, even if it's just you, like why is the pride not there? Like, I don't know. It's weird.
If the mom is not involved, I know that the single men that are raising their kids, they will help. They will do it themselves. if they have to. But there's men that are single and they're working and taking care of their kids, and they don't have to ask for nothing. Because in the beginning, I didn't have to ask for help. I was working. I was a CNA. And on top of that, I was taking care of people's kids, and I was making money on my own and doing everything by myself. I didn't have to ask. But then there was that point where it got to the point where I couldn't, and I had to.
Yeah, absolutely. And so part of the reason we're, doing this study is in terms of trying to think of, should we try to promote, food stamps to improve, to have men support their partners? Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea? Should we even try?
Y'all should try, but what y'all should do is do a workshop for the men by themselves. Don't bring in the women in first. Bring the men by themselves and do the workshop with them by themselves. Because if you do it with the women, I think they might shy away and think, shit, this was machismo crap. They're going to get all machismo on y'all. So I think y'all should do it by themselves, a man thing. And it should be a man teaching the men, not a woman. Because if they see a woman trying to teach this work, it's going to be all bad. That's how I see it. Yeah. It should be men teaching the men. Yeah. And that man should be a man who has already been through that. It should be a man who already's been in the system, who already got off of it, and is going to be telling them, look, I've been down this route. I had to do this for my family. Somebody who's been personally involved in the system. That's how it should be taught. And then eventually do another workshop with the pareja, if there's a pareja. And especially for those teen dads that are struggling by themselves with their kids.
That's a great idea. Great. Thank you so much for your time today. Those are all the questions that I have for you. Or do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
No? Alrighty. Thank you. Let me stop the recording and then